What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, Infinity Ward did something absolutely fantastic for the whole overall Call of Duty community, something that I think should have been done absolutely years ago, especially knowing since the beginning of time, Call of Duty has always been known for the community. I can't tell you how many meme videos, comedy videos, or even just roast videos, it doesn't matter what has been put on the internet. It doesn't even have to be a video. It could be your own personal experience, playing Modern Warfare 2 Search and Destroy back in the day, playing some Call of Duty 4, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. The amount of trash talk and toxicity that has always lived with Call of Duty is almost a staple at this point. You don't hop into Call of Duty and expect people to be nice to you. No, not at all. You hop into Call of Duty and you expect to be cursed out about every single 5 seconds. So when Modern Warfare 2 came out and Infinity Ward added proximity chat, they stepped up the Call of Duty community's game to a whole different level. Now, it does get a little tedious here and there when it comes to Warzone, I'll be honest, because 9 times out of 10, the people who are, who you're listening to have really bad gunked up mics. I mean, your ears are going to be screaming for them to calm down, and I turned my in-game voice chat volume all the way down. Not my mic volume, but the actual voice of the other players. I turned it down to around 30 to 35, and it's, like I said, it's still booming. It's insane. So, I mean, it's a little rough on Warzone, but in DMZ, it adds such a beautiful spice to the overall atmosphere. And even though my eardrums get absolutely demolished when I'm in Warzone, I still have a blast with proximity chat in there. Nothing's more fun than, scaring a bunch of individuals, just, swarming a building and just, taunting them before you absolutely go and obliterate them. It's just so many good moments to be had. Even in the new trio mode, you can get up to like 30, 40 plus people in your squad. Of course, if they allow you to do so. Imagine 40 people walking up to you and saying, "Hey, what's up, man? You either join us or you're going to die." I mean, what other option would you have there? But I think that would be pretty hilarious to see. But it's doable in that game mood. So proximity chat has evolved, literally evolved the whole Call of Duty community. But right with the same move of Infinity Ward adding and improving upon this absolutely outstanding toxic community that we have made since day one. Oh, Jesus. But, despite on them improving on that, Activision seems to be pulling away from that. It's like Infinity Ward is embracing it, and Activision is trying to shun it at the same exact time. It doesn't make any logical sense, but I'm going to tell you why. Now, for anybody who first introduces themselves into Modern Warfare 2, you might notice that Activision wants you to go ahead and sign multiple agreements, basically stating that you aren't going to be extremely toxic with your voice chat, text chat, all of above. Your name, clan tag, all of that stuff. Typically, a lot of people don't think too much of this because, Call of Duty has always been one of the most toxic games in the absolute universe. But this time around, it's a whole different story. When I say everybody is getting banned right now, everybody's getting banned. Now, this isn't a ban that keeps you away from the game. It's a ban that keeps you away from chatting within the game, using your microphone or even text chatting to other players. That's what this ban is all about, and it triggers off of the slightest possible things that you enter into the text chat. Like I said, this game has all the potential to be one of the funniest games, the most toxic COD games we've ever witnessed. But with this new system Activision is introducing, it's taking away from the fun. Now, I understand where Activision is trying to come from, even though, at the same time, I understand they're a business. And let's be real here. Massive businesses right here, they don't care about our feelings. They don't care about protecting the player. They just care about their image. They're doing this to make sure people see that and see that they have a good image. Oh, look, they care about these people. They care about their feelings. This, that. I'm going to like Activision now. That's why they're doing this stuff. Not to actually, keep the really bad players out of the scene. But pushing that aside, at the end of the day, it's impossible to keep all of those people out of the game. They're trying to do something that virtually can never be done. Now, of course, when people are, shouting out racial slurs and doing all these horrible things in game, ruining, of course, the fun toxicity that we have in COD. There's fun toxicity, and then there's stupid, I'm just going to go all out. There's stupid assholes who, have to ruin it for the rest of the crowd. And I understand that that's what their main focus is. They're trying to take those individuals out of the experience so there can be fun toxicity. But there's no balance in between. It's impossible to be able to ride such a fine line like that without it being broken. And like I said, the people who are being lightly toxic, the typical Call of Duty toxicity, are now the ones who are getting completely banned out, while I guarantee over half the people who are actually racist in this game are still allowed to run free. It's a flawed system. I'll be honest, I think Activision should just completely revert on these changes. Yes, we might hear some really bad things in game chat, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, this is a rated M game. I understand there are children or younger people, young teens, who might really enjoy playing Call of Duty. So be it. When I was a kid, my parents allowed me to play COD. I loved it back in the day. Whatever. It is what it is. But if you are a parent putting your child in that situation, it's up to you to be responsible enough to make sure that stuff doesn't get past, anything so they can hear it. There are ways to mute all chat for every possible game out there. There are ways to go into the PlayStation and Xbox and make sure there's no such thing as voice chat for the specific count that you are working with. There are ways for you to do this. But instead, the publishers are taking control of this. They think that for their rated M game, they have to take control of protecting the children. No, the children's parents are supposed to do that. If they are allowing that kid to get a rated M game, if they don't want them being exposed to that side of the world, which, you shouldn't, then you need to manage who they're talking to, how they're talking to them, and when they're talking to these individuals. You know what I'm saying? That's up to the parent. Once again, it's the developers and the publishers playing the parenting role. I mention this all the time in my videos that, publishers just love doing this nowadays. They like playing the parent figure. It's obnoxious, especially when these games are made for adults. We don't need a parent figure, but here they are doing it right for us. I would say 9 out of the 10 individuals who are playing Call of Duty should be old enough or at least mature enough, even if they're young, to be able to hear something like that and know it's bad, to know not to want to repeat it, and know to not, obviously push it on and make sure it, expands and other people start doing it. And, obviously, they know to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Simply hit the mute button on the person so they don't have to hear them anymore, or rub it off their shoulders. At this day and age, you can't get offended over this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just simply cannot. If you get offended by this type of stuff, I don't know what to tell you. It's a video game. In real world, they wouldn't be saying this to you, and you know that for a fact. So why are you stressing about it in a video game? You know what I'm saying? Once you react, once you cave in, they have won. That's all they want. That's all they want out of you is a reaction. They want you to, say something. They want you to, react angrily. Once you do that, it's a GG in the chat. You have to let it roll off your shoulders. And that's what we should be able to do. I think we're all old enough. I think we're all, like I said, responsible enough, mature enough to be able to do such a thing. But according to Activision, we are not. And the consequences are that basically we have to keep our mouths shut more than half the time while playing this game, or else we're going to get a big bad no-no. Me, myself, has gotten this ban. Tons of my friends have gotten this ban. Everybody who pretty much pops up into my stream has gotten this ban. Almost everybody I know has been temporarily removed from being able to chat within Modern Warfare 2. It's like I said, it's ridiculous at this point. And it doesn't last long. It's not something that's going to be, lasting for 10 years or a week, months. It'll probably go away right off the bat. But like I said, it's a flawed system. If they are removing the ban so quickly, then clearly it wasn't supposed to be given out in the first place. So, like I just said, it's flawed. It either has to be worked on drastically, or like I said, the easiest possible method is remove it and let the player base be able to handle the situations that they're put into. Obviously, we will report players who have offensive names, who say offensive stuff. Not like, obviously the normal toxic crap we hear in COD, but, super duper 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 bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll report them for that. People might get proof of that, and that's how we'll go about banning them. But there's no possible way, in my opinion, that they could put an automated system that is able to detect and know when people are being that type of toxic in the game. It's been tried before, like Rainbow Six Siege, for example. Rainbow Six Siege, you would type in the slightest bad word, you were banned from chatting. It was done. It was over with. It's been tried again and again and again, and proven again and again and again. That's a rough system, and they always have to mold it out. They always have to polish it. They always have to, change it around to make it work a bit better. And here we are repeating the same process. But ladies and gentlemen, do me a massive favor. Go down in the comment section and let me know how you guys feel about the whole mic situation in this game and how Activision is handling the toxicity. I do apologize for the stutters here and there in this gameplay. For some reason, the optimization around this part of the map is really awful. But this gameplay, in my personal opinion, the way that we rotated, me and my squad rotated the zone, it was just really epic. I had to go ahead and showcase it to you guys. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button if you hate it, dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat me, this too, we do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch, link that is in the description as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.